How the Sheikh taught the bear literacy. Arabic fairy tale. One elderly king had an oaf son who could not master literacy. Once he learned that a wise sheikh lived nearby. The king decided to entrust him with the education of his son. If you teach him to read and write at least in a few years, the king said to the sheikh, I will give you a great reward. If you don't teach, I will punish you and banish you from the palace. I will give a try, said the sheikh. Trying is not money. Show me whom I should teach. The servants brought the prince, ordering him to say hello to the teacher. But this is not a matter of his mind. The boy's cloudy eyes were fixed on the sheikh's bright coat, which seemed to him the best amusement. The teacher immediately realized who he was dealing with, but still hoped that he would somehow be able to handle him. More than a year has passed, but it is not getting better. And so the sheikh set out to teach the prince even a little. But he managed to do nothing. Where can a fool pay attention to a book? He chose his only pastime, catching sparrows with a sneer. Then the king decided to evaluate the teacher's work. Well, son, he turned to his descendant, just show me what the wise teacher taught you in 2 years. What letter is that? He asked, pointing to S. Sparrow, answered the son. And this one? Showed C. A crow, blurted out the prince without thinking. And this one? The king pokes his finger at the letter K. And here you are, my father, the king. The king was angry with the teacher, and he threatened to expel him from the palace. But the teacher, eager to break free, was waiting for just that moment. Therefore he boldly threw in the king's eyes. A bear can be taught faster than your son. Oh, really? The king became even more angry. In that case, if you do not teach the bear to read in 40 days, I will order you to cut off your head. The sheikh was upset. What should he do? Definitely he had not taught any bears. But his daughter said, Don't be sad, Dad. I will teach bear literacy. And now 40 days have passed. Remembering what he had told the sheikh, the king ordered the bear to be tested. Well, show me, girl, what you taught him in 40 days, said the king to the sheikh's daughter. Look, because the executioners are already sharpening the axe on your father's head. The girl put a rough book on the table opened the door and the bear entered the room. Bowing to the king, he began diligently turning the pages, muttering something under his breath. It seemed to the king that he was really reading. The king was surprised that the bear was smarter than his son and asked how the girl managed to achieve such success. "It's very simple," she said. "I taught him the same way my father taught your son. Only he pasted the appropriate picture next to each letter, and I put the raisins between the pages because the bear loves it very much. So he flips through the pages looking for tasty food." The king was happy that the Sheikh's daughter showed herself to be wiser than her father. He pardoned the old Sheikh and ordered his daughter to teach his son in the same way. Maybe raisins increase the prince's intelligence. In the end, the prince mastered literacy, and his father happily married him to the Sheikh's daughter. Since then, they lived in harmony and prosperity in the royal palace.